Tomorrow we embark on another busy week of Section 4 football, but there's one game that stands out on the schedule. Tomorrow, Chenango Valley will travel to Chenango Forks for their yearly tilt on the gridiron. I spoke with coaches and players on both sides to see what the rivalry means to them. When you hear Forks versus Valley, what comes to mind?
Long-time rivalry, being right next door, schools 3 miles apart, and all the kids know each other, and it's kind of a neat thing.
I thought we had a big rivalry with UE and JC at the time, but then I come here and that's all I hear. Beat Forks, beat Forks.
The Battle of Chenango football game between the Chenango Forks Blue Devils and Chenango Valley Warriors is always one of the most anticipated matchups on the Section 4 football schedule, largely due to the schools being separated by a mere 2.9 miles. Forks coach Dave Hogan has been a part of the rivalry since he took over in 2008. Meanwhile, first-year CV coach Nick Sereni is new to it. A graduate of Maine Endwell, where he won multiple state championships as a football player, he says it's hard to look at Forks Valley as much of a rivalry.
How I always looked at rivalries is that a rivalry is when you guys go back and forth, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. From my knowledge, in the past we haven't had much success beating Forks.
It's pretty hard to argue with history. The two football teams have played each other 39 times since 1956, becoming an annual matchup in '78. Forks leads the all-time series 31-8, winning the last 26 meetings, with CV's last win coming in 1994, meaning no player in tomorrow's game has been alive for a Warriors win over the Blue Devils. No matter what side of the streak, each coach looks at the game the same way.
I made that very clear to the boys. This is another team on the schedule. It's another team we have to prepare for. And, it just so happens that they're 10 minutes on the road.
So we always talk about taking one game at a time and, just trying to get better and stuff. But, for the kids, it probably is, there's probably a little bit more there, probably on both sides.
Coach Hogan was absolutely right about that. When talking to the Blue Devils players, it was clear how much they want to preserve the streak.
It's very important to us because, we don't want to be the one to give up that legacy of beating them every year. But, they always come ready to go, and we're always ready for them.
Meanwhile, for the Warriors, they want to do everything they can to change the narrative.
We've been working our whole entire football careers to play in this game, and we don't want to be the next team losing. We want to be the team that comes out on top.
While for Forks it would be another in a long line of wins, CV seniors Riley Botting and Zachary Woods say it would be much more than that if they come out on top.
It would be crazy to tell stories to everybody that you were the team that did it.
It would be probably one of the most craziest experiences of my life.
No matter what happens on the field Friday, it'll be a game that players on both sides won't soon forget. The game will take place tomorrow at 7 at Chenango Forks. The Blue Devils head into the contest 4-0, ranked second in New York State in Class B, while the Warriors are 3-1. Hogan says the streak means nothing in regards to this year's matchup and has been very impressed by how quickly Sereni has improved CV's program. He expects it to be a very well-fought game.